The Fourth Trimester Resource Center is an umbrella for lactation services and postpartum support at KVH. All care at the Fourth Trimester Resource Center is free of charge to everyone in the community, regardless of where they've delivered their baby. We really were concerned with removing barriers that might prevent families from accessing help in those early days postpartum, but also months later as well. We call it the Fourth Trimester Resource Center, but there's not a limit on how often or when they can access the care and support at the center. We really want them to know we're there for them, and anytime they have a question or concern, they can reach out to us if it's, that they need help with feeding their baby, if they have a concern about postpartum anxiety or depression, a question about resources in the community. They know that they can call us and we'll do our best to help them. So when you call to schedule for a lactation consultation, we talk about what your concerns are. If I am able to troubleshoot over the phone with you, I will do that. But I'll schedule you, usually depending on what's going on, I may block you off for an hour or even 2 hours, because it can take some time to work on, the latch and positioning. That's kind of the foundation of breastfeeding. And then from there, we may need to work on pumping or bottle feeding or, just have a follow-through plan. We try to make sure that we set aside enough time so that you really just feel cared for and not rush through the visit. It's very common for moms to have big feelings when they call me. This is not an easy thing. If it was, there would be, no reason for this service. So very often moms will come into my office crying about the situation, and I just try to make sure that they feel heard and they feel validated. And then I try to offer them real hands-on, practical support as well. We really want to focus on following through with the help that we're providing to make sure it was actually beneficial and really helping them. And that's why we will invite them to come back as many times as they need to until they feel like they're in a better place. And that may look different. What feeding looks like for a family may look different than what they originally imagined, but we can kind of help guide them through that so they still feel empowered by that experience, or they still feel good about how much work they've done and where they've gotten. Moms find a lot of value through this service. And just being heard, having somebody carry a piece of your story and see you through it as well. Oftentimes, because we are a small community, we get to know the families really well, and then we get to see them as they have their next child. We see them through our postpartum park ramble, our walking group for moms, or our group peer support, and we get to really know these families. One really important part of the Fourth Trimester Resource Center is to not only care for the baby, but also care for the mom. The mom's well-being is a critical part of the infant's well-being. And so if we're not looking both of them together, we are often missing a piece of that puzzle. And so a healthy mom is critical to a healthy baby. And that's a really at the heart of what we're doing at Fourth Trimester.